All right. It's the same.
You need to clean your lens. That's the problem.
No, it's an ancient camera with a manual focus. The camera is about it's a it's a camera that I think I bought 20 years ago.
Yeah, that could be it.
Okay, and it's manual focus. It's a very crude thing. I have to get a better camera because I'm working at my desktop. I'm not working from my phone.
It's perfectly fine. Let me introduce the show. We're live.
Okay.
Hey, people, this is Carla of the Learn English by Speaking English show, and I have Ira Weiss here today, who tells me he's out of focus, but you know, he gets into focus depending on how he moves. So he really is in focus. We are here.
No, I'm really not in focus, and it's not just the camera, but go ahead.
In any case, we are here from, we are sponsored by the Institute of Peace, which promotes peace with one conversation at a time using technology. Ira is several miles away from me in Rockville, Maryland, where we actually have met in person. We have people coming from Pakistan, India, and all over the world joining us on this show. And we get all connected because we're using technology. I think it's rather cool. If you see value to this show, please share it out. I am about to share it out. I don't think Ira is that out of focus, but he thinks he is. And I am more than happy to have him joining me on the show. In fact, Ira is an expert in Palestine and Israel relationships, Muslim, Jewish interfaith. And just recently this weekend, although I didn't join it, there was a DC Unity Walk combining all, not just Muslims and Jews, but anyone who wanted to join. And maybe Ira can tell us about it because I couldn't be there. I'd love to hear how it went. And Ira, start by introducing yourself.
Okay, so my name is Ira Weiss. I'm a retired neurophysiologist, and I have been working with Israelis and Palestinians for a long time now in various coexistence groups, various NGOs. And yeah, the Unity March was this Sunday, but I missed it too. I was supposed to be there. Unfortunately, I ended up with a conflict because a kind of a peace-oriented summer camp was having a picnic at the same time, and both my grandchildren and my nephew were there. My nephew came all the way from Philadelphia, along with his mom, along with his mom, who's actually my niece. He's my grandnephew, I guess, my niece's son. So and it was exactly the same time as the Unity March. So I ended up missing the Unity March, but I've been to all the other ones, and they are always on a Sunday, very close to September 11th, very close to 9/11, because the Unity March was put together as a response to 9/11, as a response to the tragedy of 9/11 that happened in New York and in Pennsylvania, the attacks by Al Qaeda on our infrastructure, and that killed over 3,000 people. And some clergy got together immediately after that event and said, the people are going to be very angry. The response is going to be military. The response is going to be one of anger and retribution. And they thought they needed to set up a different way of responding. And so they set up the Unity March, a walk on a street in Washington, D.C., Massachusetts Avenue, beginning at the Washington Hebrew Congregation, a Jewish synagogue in Washington, a very big one, and walking about 1.5 miles to the D.C., the Washington, D.C. mosque, the largest mosque in Washington, D.C. And along the way, people stop at all the churches that happen to line that street. There are at least a dozen different churches along that 1.5 mile path, and all of them cooperate on this day for the Unity March, and they open their doors, and people stop in at all the churches and learn about all the different denominations, and all of the churches provide, either cookies or coffee or lemonade to the marchers, except for the Hare Krishna, who provide a complete phenomenal meal, which I have a big problem with because half the marchers never get past that one. It's only halfway there, and half the marchers just stop there and eat for the rest of the day. But anyway, that's the Unity March. It's a wonderful event in Washington. Probably more than 1,000 people participate. I don't know the exact number, but it's a very happy place.
I have never gone. I have wanted to make it there, and for different reasons, I haven't been able to do it. Oh, darn it.
And I say it's a march, but it's not really a march. It's a slow walk of 1,000 people breaking up and walking at different paces, stopping 12 places along the way. So I wouldn't call it a march. It's a very, very slow, pleasant walk. If the weather is nice, it's just magnificent. It's a beautiful spot on Massachusetts Avenue. So anyway, that's what we call the Unity March.
Now, there's another, or maybe I'm wrong, march that I know you go to the different mosques and synagogues. Is that different from this? Or
this is a march, a walk where 1,000 people go. They have opening ceremonies at the Washington Hebrew Congregation, and then we walk along Mass Ave and stop at all the churches along the way, all different denominations, and then we end up at the mosque and have closing ceremonies at the mosque. Maybe you're thinking of the Spread Hummus campaign, the Spread Hummus bus, which is actually a bus tour, not so much a march. Usually the Adams Center provides us with a van, and 5 or 6 of us go in the van, and the van stops at synagogues, mosques, Lafayette Square, American University, stops at all kinds of stops along the way, and to talk about peace and to hand out hummus. And it's called Spread Hummus, Not Hate. And that was a response that started 5 years ago as a response to a very anti-Muslim campaign that was started by some people who then paid for advertisements to be put on buses in different cities, including Washington, that were very, I have to say, hate-filled messages about Muslims. And we thought we had to respond to that. Messages that sort of implied that Muslims are terrorists.
Now, was that before Jamaat came into being?
Yes, at least yes. That happened. That started Jamaat. So yes, it started about 5 or 6 years ago, before Jamaat came into being. It might even been 8 or 9 years ago now. Trying to remember which is our latest Spread Hummus, Not Hate campaign. But it started a long time ago, also in Washington, D.C., in the Washington, D.C. area.
Okay. I really think this is really very cool. I like what's going on. How long have you been involved with Muslim and Jewish relationships? Because I think our audience needs to be aware that it didn't happen because of 2011. It started before then, didn't it?
It started before 9/11. Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, it did. It started in 1999, probably. This was the year or two before 9/11. Had nothing to do with 9/11, right? My involvement. No, I'm Jewish. When I was young, I went to a Jewish school in America, and I knew all about Israel because most Jews learn a lot about Israel, but I didn't know much about Palestine, and I didn't know much about Muslims. And I went on to the what used to be, instead of the internet, really before the internet. I got on my computer and there was a listserv. A listserv was a way of talking to people across the world before we had something like this, which is, of course, much easier. It was simply a way of sending emails to a bunch of people. Somebody would organize the listserv, and we would send our emails to this person, who would then send them to all the other members of the group. And then those who wanted to write back, they would write an email back to him, and he would send it to all the members of the group. So that was the way we had this discussion, an indirect way of having a discussion. People still use listservs for some purposes. So I was on this listserv that someone had originated, and he was trying to bring Muslims and Jews together on this listserv to talk to each other, and especially Palestinians and Israelis. He was very interested in that, and Palestinian Americans and Israeli Americans especially. And I was involved in that listserv for the first time, speaking to Palestinians, and in the process, a few of us on that listserv got together and started an organization to do something besides just talk to each other. This is back in the 1990s. And what we decided to do was to have some kind of a program in Israel, Palestine, to do something with young people in Israel, Palestine. And the first thing we did was a workshop in Washington, D.C. on a Sunday. We invited some imams in the area and some rabbis in the area and some Palestinian activists and Jewish activists in the area to speak and to have discussions. And that went very, very well. And after that, we became an organization of 5 people. And the 5 of us, one of us was a Spaniard. She lived in Spain. And she was a very wonderful, wonderful, extraordinary person. And she had many connections in the Middle East. And she had also a lot of connections in Spain that helped us. And our little organization of 5 people put together a program in Spain to bring young Palestinians and young Israelis to Spain, 16-year-old children, 16-year-old kids from high schools to Spain, to have a summer experience together, kind of a coexistence workshop. We had classes that we taught. We didn't teach it. Some of our Spanish friends taught classes in Spanish, and classes, one class in the history of Jewish and Muslim interactions with Christians in Spain. And we took trips together, and it was kind of a little bit like a 6-week summer camp in Spain. And I would go every summer and work I would take my vacation, use my vacation time to go to Spain to work as part of this, in this group. And that's how I began my interactions with Muslims, and in particular with Palestinian Muslims. It was mostly in Spain for the first 4 years of that program went on for 4 years. And every summer for those 4 years, I spent 6 weeks of the summer with Israeli and Palestinian 16-year-olds. And ever since then, I've been involved with Israeli-Palestinian relationships and with Muslim-Jewish relationships.
And that's really cool.
Well, thank you. I think it's cool too. It was the most, those are the 4 most fun summers I've ever had in my life. They were fantastic.
Wow. That says a lot.
Well, it says I'm an old guy who was surrounded by 16-year-olds. That's a lot of fun. You know, how many times do old guys get to spend a summer with 16-year-olds? So, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful spending time with the youth. There are some people in here, there's a new rule here that we keep our smiles on our faces as much as possible. So if someone is not smiling, I remove them. If they look like,
Uh-oh, I'm about to get kicked off.
I can't kick you off. You're my sidekick today, but I'd like you to be smiling. And I see an old friend of mine, Kathy, and I can't pronounce your last name. Stop watching and come say hello. I'd love to have you here. Anyway, talking about people, now that they know that we're talking about Muslim and Jewish connections, we did that yesterday too, which was rather cool. I don't remember meeting Umar before, and because I don't remember, I'm bringing in people who I don't know first, and then other people. So Umar, you're not smiling. I may have to kick you off. I am unmuting. I want to unmute you, but you need to smile. Are you nervous about speaking in English? Bring it. We can't hear you. Bring your mic closer to your mouth. Umar?
I don't think his mic is working.
No, I think he needs. Umar, can you hear me? Nod or. I can't hear you, Umar. Please go out and come back. Restart your Zoom. It should work. I'm going to put you in. No, Umar, I'm going to put you in the white room. Please remove yourself. Restart your Zoom and come back.
We can't hear you. We can see you, but we can't hear you. Your mic doesn't seem to be functioning.
You need to fix your mic. Are you on a phone, Umar? Take off your earbuds. Disconnect your. Okay. He will be back. Okay, Akmal, you're in trouble. But because I know you, I'm going to go to Asma. And Asma, can you please introduce yourself? Hello?
How are you, ma'am?
I am fine. Call me Carla. Can you tell us your name?
My name is Ismayaz.
Okay. And what do you do, Asma? Okay, where do you live, Asma?
I live in Pakistan and district Bawalpur.
Okay, very good.
Isma, how do you? Isma,
I am fine.
And how do you pronounce your first name?
Asmayaz.
Asmayan?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Do you live with your family, Asma?
Yes.
How many people are in your family?
Joint family.
Yeah. How many people are in your family? Asma, do you have any sisters and brothers?
And 3 brothers and 4 sisters.
3 brothers and 4 sisters. Okay, so
big family.
Yes.
Are you the youngest?
Yes.
What is your oldest brother's name?
Imran,
Umran.
Irfan,
Okay.
Irfan,
Isman.
Irfan, and Zishan.
Bishan. Okay.
Ah, are they older than you?
One.
One is older than you. Who is
Yeah.
older than you?
Yes.
Is he married?
No.
Do you have any married sisters?
One married sister.
One.
Does she have children?
Yes.
How? Okay. How many children? How many little people? How many little people in your family?
Yes.
How many? One, two. How many children does your sister have? One, two, three. How many?
Three.
Three.
Yes.
Your sister has three children.
Yes.
I
One
see.
married.
The
One
married
married.
one married sister.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Do they live with you? Do you live with your sister?
And join with
It's hard.
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you a student?
Yes.
What do you study?
I study in FSC.
Say that again, say it slowly.
You study what?
FSC medical.
Medical.
Medical to medical so medical
Yes.
I understand medical. Yeah, I didn't understand the other word you used. So you're studying medical to be a doctor or a nurse or
Yes. Interesting doctor means nursing.
oh,
Hospital में.
you're saying medicine. Oh, okay, sorry. Now I understand. You're studying medicine. Got it. Yeah, you said it correctly. I think the sound doesn't come in clearly.
Okay. Yes.
So, how many years are you studying medicine?
How many years? 18-year-old.
When you're 18, you start when you're 18 years old to study medicine.
Yes.
I understand.
How old are you now?
You're not supposed to ask that.
Well, I'm hoping that if she is under 20,
Yes.
she can come on Sunday.
Oh.
Are you younger than 20 years old?
Yes.
Okay. Will you come to the show for people under 20 on Sunday?
Yes.
It would be.
Sunday.
Go on.
Sunday I am free.
I think you would like that show better. There will be other people under 20 years old there. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
But you are improving. I see you feel more you feel comfortable today. Is that true? You can tell she's smiling and she's laughing. So,
Okay.
okay. Do you want to tell me anything?
Nothing.
Okay. You did a good job today. Thank you for coming.
Esma, thank you.
Welcome.
You did very, very well today. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, Umer, let's see if we can hear you now. Try it. Whoa, don't touch the mute button. You just let me take care of that. And people, if you see value to this show, please share it out. Hi, Umer.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Now it's good.
I hear you, but please call me Carla, not ma'am.
Okay, Carla. How are you?
I am fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Can
What
you
are you going?
can you please introduce yourself? Who are you?
Okay, myself Mohammed Mer. I'm graduating from UET Lahore, Pakistan. I'm graduating basically mechanical engineering. I'm third year and completed my third year. Now I'm in final year students of graduating. Next year, I'm graduating with 16 years graduate in mechanical engineering education.
Well, congratulations. That's
Yeah.
Thank you.
that's fantastic. Yeah. What
Okay.
what do you want to do with the chemical engineering degree? What kind of work do you want to do?
I'm basically doing mechanical engineering, and after engineering, I want to do job in reputable industries as well as in Pakistan, and trying to engage in some international industries as well. And in somehow, meanwhile, if I got in scholarship in foreign universities, then definitely I will get scholarships to move foreign abroad in UK, Europe, USA, and depend upon Australia, depending upon the conditions. Because nowadays I'm in final year, so I'm engaging different knowledge, information about education, how about their culture, different industries. So meanwhile, when I'm completing my graduation, then I'll try to join industry.
Fantastic. What if you had your choice, which country would you like to go to?
Mhm. It depends. My first priority should be and can be UK as well as USA. Like priority should be USA, because for mechanical engineer it would be a best place for learning, for engaging research, designing, etc. Like different stuff you can gather from that place. Because if you want to study higher MSc, that place is very good for research institute, because you see Berkeley, Georgia Institute, MIT, all of the higher reputed universities are there. So you can get a reputable MSc master degree from UK, USA.
Well, good luck. I was once a student at MIT, but for a very short time, so I won't talk about that.
Okay,
I was just going
can you
to
share
ask
your
you.
experience?
Well,
If you have time.
my experience at MIT was too short. It was only for a year and a half, and then MIT and I both agreed I should go someplace else.
Okay.
But and that was that was a long time ago before you were born. So I didn't finish at MIT. I started out at MIT and I finished up a degree in physiological psychology at the City College of New York. But MIT, for the year and a half I was there, it was fantastic. Yeah.
Best of one thing I should ask you from you, Carla, and about the group, because what type of discussion are there? Because I want to learn to speak English fluency. So what type of topics are there? I mean, how type of discussion carried out in these panelists, and we have to prepare for some discussion content. Just I mean to say, I want to engage myself in these type of groups to learn English. So how can learn?
Let me explain this platform. It is
Okay.
to give you confidence speaking in English. If I put on a topic every day, we have Ira today. I have Ira here today. And the reason I invited him was so we could talk about Muslim and Jewish relationships. But not everyone can do that. So I go by what the person can do. Would you like to discuss that with Ira? You're more than welcome. Ira can discuss almost anything, it appears. And I love having him here. I feel very honored that he likes to come. He's been here several times. So, what are you interested in talking about?
I'm interested in different type of innovation because I'm an engineer, mechanical engineer. So different type of innovation, research, industries, technology, as well as like industry, how industries are going across the world, how research of education in master as well as PhD level. So these type of forums, how can we avail students of third world country? I would to say from Pakistan. So how can we avail these opportunities and what basically going on in industries of especially for mechanical engineering?
Okay, I really can't talk on that topic very much, but maybe Ira can say something.
I'm not an expert in mechanical engineering in the United States. I really am not uh, aware of the latest developments and the opportunities for school, the opportunities for work. It's a little bit out of my field. I have never worked in engineering since I left MIT. I was an engineering student for that 1 year, but since then I've done other things. So I'm not very much aware of it. But about learning English, it's interesting that that's where you're looking for opportunities to improve your English. It happens to be that I am now tutoring a Muslim family who came to the United States, and I'm tutoring them in English. I'm tutoring the husband in English. It's a wife and a husband and two little children, 5 and 7. They have birthdays coming this Saturday. The two little girls, and the husband Rami is trying to learn English. The wife speaks very good English already, but the husband speaks very little. They're from Gaza, and I am tutoring him in English. And as I was working with him yesterday, I was at his house yesterday working with him for an hour. I go to his house once or twice a week to work with him in English. And I got a book out of the library for American English for foreigners. So it was a book to help people learn elementary English. And it was, as I'm looking through the book and working the lessons with him, I realized that if I didn't have that book, I would teach him all the wrong things. Only when I read that book, trying to teach people how to speak American English, did I realize how differently we speak from the way we think. I think of English the way it's supposed to be spoken. And then when I teach people, that's my tendency is to tell them, oh, this is how you're supposed to say that. Only when I look at that book did I realize fully that we never say it that way. For example, we never say I will. We always say I'll go. We never say I would go. We always say I'd go. We never say mayonnaise. We always say mayo. We never say delicatessen. We only say deli. We actually, half the words we use are shortened versions of what I always thought of as the way we're supposed to speak. So now I'm learning to teach the way I speak and not the way the grammar books say you should say it. But it was only because this book told me this is how Americans really speak.
And that's important to realize that no one speaks English. No two people speak any language exactly alike.
No, right.
I basically want to speak in English because American style and etc. Because I'm in final year, so I used to make practice speaking English because a lot of time in your degree, I mean in your whole education scenario, you can learn to write as well as to listen and etc. different forum. But the only lacking in our education system, I can say, is your speaking English fluency because you cannot make a culture of speaking English in front of anyone. So I think this is the best platform. And as earlier, you can say that you have books and you wrote books on different topics of English speaking, in which grammatical mistakes are not. I mean to say, you cannot mention grammatical mistakes, but the only focus of you to speak in English. So I think it is a good initiative to step to learn and acquire English, different skills, different. These are the very good and with the passage of time, because I try to remain online daily basis so that I can learn English fluency at this.
Does it help to watch American or British movies or television shows?
I used to because it depends on my time schedule. If I find out time, so definitely I will. But since last year, I cannot watch any type of documentary or movies. Before that, I watched movie like Gravity movie. I have watched last time since 1 year. Or after that, I couldn't find time to manage to see any type of watching documentary movies.
Many people learn to speak English by watching like the news, CNN, movies, cartoons. I truly believe, and I didn't realize this until I started doing this with Rehan Alawala, that the important thing is for you to speak the words and to get the confidence to speak. And you obviously have that came here to speak. Don't worry about accent and don't worry about being perfect. You learn by making mistakes. You learn by doing, not, you do learn by reading. I don't want to say you don't, but when it really comes down to it, coming and listening to someone speak in English or coming and speaking to someone is what's going to have you
But
learn.
join, inshallah, join next time.
Right.
I had to join. I had to move for a task. So
Where did he go?
Disappeared. I don't know.
He disappeared. He will be back, I think. But that goes for everyone. If you're sitting out there and listening, that's a good thing to be doing. But what's even more important is to come in and speak, make mistakes. That's the only way you learn to do anything. If you think you're going to be perfect in the beginning, then you're not going to be learning. Umar, are you back? You disappeared. Are you here? I think he's frozen. Umar, can you hear us? I think you need to go out and come back. Okay? He is definitely frozen. Okay. Yeah, I can't do anything with him right now. Akmal, please introduce yourself and put on that smile.
Of course, smile is very necessary and very important factor in our life. And when we smile, our health is, good with it. as compared to food. It's food and great medicine. And I'm from Pakistan. My name's Akmal Hafiz, and I am student. I did master in business administration, and I next do and master of science in business administration. And I also teach in academy. I teach accounts, mathematics, and every subjects. When student came to me, I taught every subject. I take some time for means understanding. Then I deliver my knowledge to her or him. And English is very easy if somebody knows the basic rules. Mastering in means basic about grammar, like sentences, sentence making, and because I think it's gradual process. When Omer told you about means fluency and these kind of things, but when we practice in reality, like speak in front of anyone, and some people get shy, like Nazish, Asma here, and I think Homa or other people. But it's my message to all: don't be shy. Like me, even I try my best. Even I means not know a lot of English, but I try my best and speak in front of anybody. Like you, Carla, you did a very great job, I think, and we must follow you on Facebook, and I also share you on Facebook, friends. And in future, you will see a lot of my a friend of mine come here and talking to you. And I work a lot on English, improving English, and giving knowledge to others regarding English, because it's not difficult, but it takes time. And everyone never give up. Like you have a passion in your life, and I read your whole Facebook page, and I I read all your posts on your Facebook page, and even I share it.
Thank you.
You are doing a very great job.
I work hard at it, but I have a lot. I do it because I love doing it and I like what I'm doing.
Yes, and I'm very proud of you to find you on Facebook through Rehan Lawala. I also follow this person, and he is very nice and very kind, but is a little bit strict when somebody can't commit the means every work to him and left from him. So he is definitely react like as a strict person, and it's definitely when when nobody can't reply you, so definitely you are like a rude behavior. So you and he did a very great job, and Allah bless you all as much as, and you did a very great job, and my prayers are always with you, and that's all from my side.
Akmal, do you speak any other languages besides Urdu and English?
I just speak Punjabi, Patwari, Urdu,
Punjabi, Urdu.
and I not master in any other language, because I focus on English from my childhood, because I did master, I did my matric, 10th. After 10th, I got 6 years of education further. Means I did ICOM, then BCom, then master in business administration. So my field is totally business related, and I watch YouTube channels, and I learn English from them, and then I came on this platform and learn further. And because I have learning attitude, because somebody must have learning attitude, and find their weaknesses, not because everybody knows their strengths but not weaknesses, or everybody can improve it, like me. Because previous 2 years I am very shy person. After watching Rehan Alawala, Shazeb Iqbal from Pakistan, and then I have confident, I build myself confident to speak in front of anyone, because it's not a big deal. Or yes, it is a little bit challenge when some people came here and share their experiences, like teachers from different fields, industrial fields. So all kinds of people came here, and I listened to them and very carefully, because I said earlier to Carla, listening and hearing are two different things, and we must focus on listening skills. And she told me, you both focus on, because I saying to him, I only listen, I am good listener, but she told me, you are do both, listening plus speaking. So skills is a very good brainstorming. It builds confidence to us, because 90% people not read books, and 10% only read, because reading gives you some practical knowledge or confidence building, like newspapers. I read newspapers on internet, because internet is a great source, mobile phone is a great source. We must, because it's modern era, new technology, everybody knows, but we use in a negative way in Pakistan, as I saying about Pakistan. So many students just wasting their time, like chatting with friends, and it's very useless, because Facebook and WhatsApp are two different things. Facebook is for family, and Facebook is for all. WhatsApp is for family and Facebook is for all. So we must know the basic why founder or co-founder of this, why they make us for us, what the purpose behind. So that is the thing, and I go history and logic. It's my great behavior in this regard. So that's why I have a lot of knowledge or a lot of confidence. Even I don't know English a lot, but I try my best to speak in front of anyone.
You speak very well. Is your first
Yes.
language Punjabi or Urdu?
No, it's first language Potwari or Punjabi. Potwari and
Ah,
Punjabi are
okay.
similar languages, but
Okay.
we named as two.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. And thank you for helping us. And God bless you all.
Oh, thank you. God bless you. It's fun to
Thank you.
come on and to talk to people all over the world. You know, I have a question
Yes.
actually about Punjabi and Urdu. Are they related languages? Are they similar in any way?
No, some to like some words are similar, but it's totally different. I think Hindi from Hindi and Urdu are similar, but the words are different. But Patwari or Punjabi are totally different thing, and Urdu is different thing. Potwari and Punjabi our mother tongue, but Urdu is our second language as well. We also learn Urdu because some people, like in Pakistan, they can't speak Urdu very well, but they try best, their best. And English, although still we have not, the experienced teacher are there, but their methodology of teaching, like you people came here on Facebook, we understand you very well with your genuine accent, but here in Pakistan, I must say they look for only money, and that's it. They not work on you, because students are too a negative side. Students are not a good learning behavior, I think. They just waste their time in any institute, and they didn't practice English, and teacher also focus on, but both sides are still have to improve, especially students.
I understand. Thank you.
Yes.
Point out
Thank you, sir.
to him. He has been speaking, I didn't time it, but several minutes straight in English. And he keeps on saying, I cannot speak English. He needs to take the word not out of his vocabulary.
You do speak English very well, actually.
Right. And the word not, someone has, do you have your Facebook page open? You need to close it because I'm echoing. Can you turn off your Facebook page, please? And just be in Zoom. Don't go anywhere. Just turn it off. Okay. Let me say something. Someone has their Facebook page open. Please, it's you. Turn off Facebook so I don't echo. Do you understand what I'm saying? I need you to do that.
I just did that and lost you, huh? Okay, let's go back to Zoom.
I'm here.
Was it me? I'm not on Facebook. I thought it was me, but it wasn't.
No, I think it's him. And I've been asking him to do this. Anyway, it's not you. I can't talk with that echo. I'm sorry. I will mute him and see if it's him and talk to him. Talk muted.
Does someone have their Facebook page open? Is that why we're getting the echo?
Yeah. I'm going to unmute you. It's him. He's the only one who has.
I'm online. I can't talk.
I want you to hear what I'm saying. I cannot bring you back to talk because you have your Facebook page open. You need only to be in Zoom. Everyone has the word not in their vocabulary. I have it in some areas. What you need to do is take the word not out and realize that you can. I'm about to start a series on not on YouTube because I have it in my vocabulary and it's hurting me in certain ways. You are the only person who says you cannot speak English. Everyone else is listening to you speak, and you speak very, very well. So take out not, replace it with I can, and continue speaking. I will unmute you so you can say anything you want to me, but I will mute you when I'm speaking. You have anything to say? Did you understand what I said? Akmal, did you?
Yes, I am listening to you.
Turn off your Facebook page so I can talk to you.
Sorry, Carla. I do.
Let me know when it's done. Okay, are you out of Facebook?
Sorry for this. I am extremely sorry.
Okay.
Because I tried to came on Zoom. Sorry, extremely sorry. I unintentionally do this. I think I am not aware of it.
It's okay. It's not done on purpose. I know that.
Because I extremely sorry again. Because it's I think.
Forget it. It's not important.
Okay.
Just know that when you come, when you get into Zoom, you need to turn off Facebook.
Okay.
You don't need Facebook on at all.
Okay. Because I use iPhone 5 and I install Zoom application on this, and I came here on through this but today I think I came on through Facebook, so that's why I can't move.
You can't come through Facebook.
Okay, next time I'll care of it.
You need to know that you need to turn off Facebook completely and only be in Zoom. Okay?
Okay.
Now, did you hear what I said to you about the word not?
Yes.
Are you going to take the word out of your vocabulary? Only I asked you a question, yes or no. Are you going to work on taking the word out of your vocabulary? Akmal, answer me. Help me, Ira.
There might be a delay because it looks like Akmal is also frozen again. So he
Yeah.
might not be hearing you when you, there might be some kind of delay. I'm not sure. But
Okay.
we haven't heard from Ali.
And we need to talk to Asnali first.
Unless now I'll have to go in about 15 minutes. So,
Okay, I want to close in 15 minutes.
okay.
Anyway. Asnali, I am unmuting you. Don't do it. Aswali, I think you're from Malaysia. Is that true?
He's muted.
I thought I unmuted. Don't touch it, Asnali. Let me take care of it. Introduce yourself, please.
Well, my name is Asnawi, Ahmad Asnawi. I'm from Thailand. Currently, I live in Indonesia.
In Indonesia.
Ah, and what are you
Yeah.
doing in Indonesia?
I study here. I study here, and then I just graduate my study here, and then I want to stay here for a while before I come back to Thailand.
Why?
Uh-huh. Because I need to improve my about many languages here. Yeah, because I need to improve my Indonesian language, English language, and then Chinese language. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Your English is beautiful.
Thank you. But I just learned English for about 7 months, maybe. Yeah, 7 months.
7 months. You only have learned it for 7 months. Wow.
Yeah.
That's excellent. How many languages do you speak?
Currently, I would say 5, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So you
I wanna improve my more language. I mean Arabic language. I used to study Arabic language, but I think I'm not good enough. So I wanna improve
you studied
Arabic.
Fusha, formal Arabic, or you studied one of the Arabic dialects?
Uh,
Spoken
I'm not,
Arabic.
yeah, I'm not quite sure which dialect, but maybe it's gonna be like um Egyptian,
Egyptian
Egyptian.
Arabic. Got it.
Maybe. Yeah, because my teacher used to study in Egypt, so he has a dialect, Egyptian dialect.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so I wanna improve more dialect, more accents. I mean, I wanna improve my English accent, and then yeah, from different accent. I mean, I'm the one who love Pakistani English accent also. So that's why I joined. Yeah, I joined this group so I can see a lot of Pakistani people here, and then yeah, so I can mimic, mimic or imitate their accents. So yeah, this is my purpose to come here, and then I enjoy your show so much.
So you came here so you could learn to speak English with a Pakistani accent. That's a very
Yeah.
unusual. That's an unusual desire.
That's really difficult because I do not speak English with a Pakistani accent at all.
No, but everyone else on the show does. So
That's true. Not everyone. We have people from other places too. Go on.
What is your question? I don't get your question.
Am I the first American who you have spoken to?
By the way, I have Canadian teacher, Canadian who are Canadian, American, and then British also.
also British.
So I have British.
So that's why you want the Pakistani accent, because you already can speak with a Canadian accent, with an American accent, and a British accent, and now you want to learn English with a Pakistani accent. Okay,
Exactly.
that's great. Great.
Yeah.
And,
But
and
yeah, yeah.
tell me, or you will learn the Pakistani accent at some point.
No. Yeah. Uh, this one of my purpose, but the main purpose is gonna be like I truly enjoy your show, so I'm very be grateful if I can talk to you. Yeah, and then I can meet with all Pakistani people also, and then
What
yeah.
What do you like about the show?
Um, I love the first thing when you open started started your show with laughing. It's refresh on my mind a lot. I can be it's not stressful anymore when I can hear your laughing. Yeah, this different from the other show that I have ever learned, I have ever watched before. So yeah, this great, very great, very great show, I would say.
Thank you. You know that we're from Giggle Fest University, where we also teach laughter meditation.
Yeah. Yeah. But by the way, I know not much about Gigo, right? Gigo University, or yeah, I know not much about this, but I
But
uh-huh.
have you looked at the website gigglefestuniversity.com?
Yeah, yeah. I have looked at it, but I how can I say? Um, I don't know how to say. I'm so sorry, but I just read it, but I'm not
Okay.
understand. Yeah, I'm not understanding enough about this university. But yeah, but I
What
will learn more about this.
what what do you want to know?
uh, Currently, nowadays I didn't know it. Right now, I didn't know yet, but in the future, maybe. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
but do you want to know something about Giggle Fest University now?
Um, Now, okay, so yeah, I want to know about the purpose of this university. Why they build this university for improve English, or for teaching English, or just for what the purpose for building
The,
this university.
the
Uh-huh.
purpose of the university
Yeah.
is to help people learn to communicate in English using a smile and some laughter. When you smile, you relax. When
Huh?
you laugh, you relax. So when you are relaxed, you feel more comfortable speaking in a language, in English or any language.
Asnawi, you said you wanted to know why they built that university. It's not a built university. It's not a building. It's a virtual university. It's on the web, but there is no building in the United States of the Giggle University. They
Oh.
have no building. No,
Yet.
yet. Okay.
Ah. Yeah. Oh, I understand it. Yeah, I got it. Uh, yeah.
That's now, do you want to learn more about the importance of laughing and smiling?
Yeah, of course. If I have a chance, yeah. Please.
The importance is when you smile, there are two glands right under your eyes. I don't know if Ira may be able to say it in technical terms better than I do.
No, in this case, you're above. I don't know much about this.
Okay. And when you smile, these glands are activated and they send a message to your brain. Hey guys, make all help this person relax. And all the cells in your brain all the cells in your body get a message from your brain that says time to relax. And when you relax, it's easier to learn. There is a lot of scientific evidence supporting this. Believe me, I've done a lot of research on it. So that's
Wow.
when you smile. When you laughter is sometimes considered the inner jogging, inner running, because you will automatically get a message. Your body, your internal organs begin to get a massage from laughter, and they begin to relax and work better. When you laugh every day, you begin to laugh and you begin to feel easier with everything you do.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And he disappeared. He seemed very happy with what I told him. Anyway, Allie, I'm going to just say this is going to be real quick now because he came in late, and then I'll talk to you again. I'm sorry, Allie. You know the story. You and I have spoken about this. Dr. Farouk, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Farouk, and I'm from Karachi, Pakistan. I'm basically a dentist. I've just completed my graduation 1 year ago, and I'm currently practicing my dentistry skills in Jinnah Hospital and a private practice as well in the UK. I believe everybody's doing okay over here.
I believe so.
So far, so good.
So, yep. What would you like to know? What would you like to tell us today?
I would just like to add a few things about laughter. I think because I've been doing this medical field, so there is one muscle called zygomatic muscle. That is the one that is responsible for your smile. So that gets activated. It's a very good exercise, smiling and laughing. And I think when you're smiling, you are tension free. And as you said, you learn better. And when you learn better, it's good for you.
And keep in mind, and I just want to say this quickly, people get really intense about learning something new, and they get like, I want to learn that now, and if I don't learn it now, I'll never learn it. That's when you don't learn. But if you smile and laugh your way through it, learning begins to become a reality.
True. I support this.
It's very important to smile and laugh. I taught school for children who had learning disabilities for quite a few years, and children who were also educably mentally retarded. When I found myself on a day where I was really tense, they were tense and they didn't learn. But when I relaxed myself, they relaxed and we learned together.
Yes.
It's very, very important. People don't realize how important it is. You have a great smile, by the way. Thank you for smiling.
Thank you so much.
And is there anything else you want to say? Because we are over time. I know Ira's going to be ducking out soon.
Yeah, in about less than 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I just came here to introduce myself, and I really did like the message that you give, the idea behind that virtual university to learn with technology and to learn to communicate all over the world by just sitting in one room and using my cell phone. That's really great. I'm really impressed by this idea that you have, and I really support you, and I wish you all the best and good luck in this work.
Thank you so very much. I really like it. And when Rayhan Alawala first talked me into it, I thought he was crazy. But he is crazy, but no doubt about it. But this was really a good idea, and it was something I really enjoy doing.
Exactly. You should enjoy your work, whatever you're doing. When you're enjoying it, I think you love to do it more. That's the thing, I guess.
And that's why the show runs over time most days. I enjoy talking. Okay, can I mute you now and say hi to Allie, who's been listening a long time?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, Allie, introduce yourself.
Well, may peace be on you all. I am from Karachi, Pakistan. Dr. Farooq, we live in the same city. I think I met him somewhere. So I'm not sure, but I met him somewhere. If you know, then message me. Okay. And then about me, I work in agriculture, and also I have a YouTube and Facebook page where I make video about educational, and if you can see, my books are back on my shelf. I make book review, but in Urdu. So I came here to learn better, so I can make video in English also. I have a YouTube channel which is name is Ali G, and also Carla and Ira. Sorry if I not pronounce it well. Ira, is it Ira?
It is Ira. Yes, it's an unusual name. Half the Americans I meet don't pronounce it. You did it right.
Oh, thank you, thank you. So I guess we were talking about something accent. So I am very familiar with accent in American accent. It is, I guess, one of the easy one. And yesterday we were talking about Amin. His accent was very unusual, because sometimes I don't understand what he's saying, and Australian are very tough to understand. So I guess accent, and Aswani saying he wanted to learn Pakistani accent. I suggest him don't do it, please. We were all we were all,
I can't say it.
He is the first person I have ever met in my life who actually wanted to learn how to speak English with an accent from a country where English is not spoken. That's very unusual to want to be able to imitate that accent. But it's fascinating that he wanted to do that.
I had the same reaction, and I've spoken to thousands of people on this show in the past 2 years. I have never ever heard that before.
So, the Pakistani accent is very familiar to at least a lot of people here in the Washington, D.C. area. I live not far from Washington, D.C., and Carla lives there too, in the suburb of Washington. And there are many, many Pakistanis here. We have a very large Pakistani community. So I hear the Pakistani accent, depending on how many years they've lived here. Sometimes they lose some of that accent. So I'm very familiar with it. And maybe that's why I find it easy to understand the Pakistani accent. I find it much harder to understand someone who speaks with a Chinese accent, for example. That I find harder to hear. So the Pakistani accent sounds kind of nice to me, because I got used to it. So I can appreciate him wanting to speak with English with a Pakistani accent. He wanted to be able to speak English with several accents, maybe because he wants to pretend he's other people. I don't know. That would be a very useful tool. It would be, if you can speak English with a different accent from what people expect, that probably is a very good way to pretend you're somebody else.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. But I perfectly suggest him don't follow the Pakistani accent. We all learning and developing some other accent. It's American. We understand because we watch so many American movies. I guess Farooq will agree with me. There is no such British movies and Australian movie we watch. We always watch in Pakistani movies, and depend on the people like Akmal speaking and Farooq is speaking. Farooq is doing a medical, so medical people and IBA people, these are the university in Lums and Zabis, they can speak very well because their education base is very good. I don't know about their families because depend on the people which family they belong to. Some people in Pakistan, their family also helping out to speak in English. Even though my first language is not Urdu, I try to teach children of my house, my nephew, my niece. I try to speak them in Urdu because Urdu is our nation language. So, so, so developing accent, it's not necessary for my point of view. I guess it's okay to you can manage to speak. First of all, you should have to be a person who can speak and understand others, and that's what it's all about. If you understand, if you read a lot, you will understand. You will become a kind and peaceful person. Until and unless you will be learning a other accent, you won't be the person who can manage to speak.
It's possible. Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
I really don't get into the accent thing at all. I don't think it's important. You just need to say the words, and the words in a way that someone can understand you. And I see the people who come here regularly really growing in their abilities. And I'm thankful that I can be of some help. And with that, there's someone who just wrote in the chat, I want to come to the show. Well, we're already over 20 minutes over time. Sorry, buddy, you need to come closer to time. We're only here really for an hour. Out of my kindness, I stay a little longer, but I had to lock the room in order to be able to do other things also. In any case, Ali Afmal, did I get it? Akmal and Dr. Farooq and the guy Aswani, I don't have his name correct. Everyone who came, thank you. It's been nice speaking with you. I will be back on Monday for everyone of every age and gender. You can be boy, girl, man, woman, I don't care. I will be here Sunday for the kids. And we are always at the same time, 9:30 p.m. Pakistan time, 12:30 p.m. New York time. It's been a long morning. And I will see you again. Have a great day. Let's wave goodbye.
Bye, everyone. It was very nice meeting you.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Have a great night.
Let's go out with some laughter. I'm going to mute everyone.